Dr. Jonathan Asantiochre, a senior lecturer at the University of Cape Coast, and is also political analyst. Now, menenu ndi komo and every dog. Otemenka, a very, very good afternoon or good evening.
Good evening.
Now, me bato apom to say
96.7
FM.
You what don't mess with me pa. Then say Monday and na ke beto medical mameka say you also live apart from so live or Big FM, you also live inside Trinity FM or Bogoso 96.7. They've also picked the feed into that is the information we also get is there Wama pick feed every year. Now, now yes, been said that Monday and another special voting, but I'm say be a best and cremon to me and to your name a East region, and won't be too much yet to me. Aquacoto ya baby guswa to say bono numwa, not just a woman did you medino abanavia. Now, predictions I would only say, and then soon I had the final rally for all the political parties, MPP or the NDC or Modia. Be to me as predictions are bad near dear and in the Kosovo.
Big FM.
To say brave, a bad day to be waiting as a time. The minimum is there are two ways but in during elections. The people will give you the mandate and the technicality be that those who are counting will decide who the mandate of the people has been given to. What will be the mandate of the people? And I said, the technicality is very well. But we share the vigilance of all. I doubt, especially the main opposition, that is the NDC, because it's not strange to say all this while, all the errors and the inefficiencies of the EC, the NPP has never seen one of them. For which reason, I'm also student eka amayokua amoko competition. One thing say, omo that recently directed ABC and who say, oh, sir, so easy, omo first these are ABC and the problems that all these issues. And the way a man of the Echo could do this, they've all been through the watchful eyes of the NDC in collaboration with the EC itself, for which the Echo could do so. The last one, Ananka, another problem, thereby any to maintain independence under say year two. Because Satabia, a buy yet I a BSC kind. And say I am national elections here. I think that would have been a very dicey situation. What I say, but this time around, we know, and yeah, but it declare, and when we try a 4-7-1 now, a carbon it declare. So, I'm not too sure if there is anything that will change, but there are still other people who are still impressionable. Maybe the things of the day. Like anything Yaman or Monday Bashay. Yeah, I've been on my imagination. There are what is it called? Election prostitutes. Almost the highest bid down. So I don't know the and fun because you say or to abandon Mawa. Why you be a man and fun when you be what they call. Those are the elected prostitutes. But finally on this, so far, and I think the same, what has been an embarrassment is what Madam Lydia has of Aquaquan. Very, very huge embarrassment because on himself, the impact of what she's done will not be on her. It will equally be on the MPP as a government. Because I will share a list of reports about Montaigne, how some people are hiding behind giving money to people to go influence them and vote near there. No? Most of them are on the MPP, the head of the MPP. So people are afraid to say, yeah, Saturday, this voter buying, a bit. And I think the point is that we have to prevent people who cast their ballot and use phone to take a snapshot and send it and go and make money. That is something that we must prevent. Because Senipano and Jisticano are line more. And I am fat Kana Mano ever queue no more. And I am fat Mano before all back queue no more. The only way I'll be to use or tomorrow and 2 amount is by so big win. And I think the people have been arrested for this. We want to see if the prosecution has gone on and these people, have faced the full reverse of the law and then whatever fine or imprisonment they are given. Other than that, on that same issue, now make us say about penny media Hassan. I mean, Usha, one, so be decided where bro, I was Sabian. Wouldn't baby be an Do you know whether it contains a poison or not? Do you know? And now food poisoning, corona near the you should be thinking about that. That I don't conquer Fabano, no more than it. That I don't conquer Fabano, no more than it. People must have some dignity for themselves. Human dignity is important.
But Doc, I never could say, looking at the kind of people and their caliber, someone will say, because almost security personnel and the media. It's almost ordinary big say
but you see, these are people who may not have money. But you cannot say that they are also impoverished. The Ghanaian mentality of Kenya, they probably might have influenced them to do something of that sort. But on a benefit of hindsight, when, for example, Professor OST person and I would eat prosecuted next time you will sit up. But the effect that may come on this same issue finally. And the effect will not only be on Madame Hassan, because you see, for me, this is the height of despotism. It is a sign. It sends two important things that you would not defeat is staring in your face, because what was not to perform and they will take you and confront your book because they can't. Constituency, elite constituency. It is among poverty over there. Let me say Ghana, majority of this community is poor. So poverty is the way out. Now, maybe I poor. But the point is that over the period, we are talking about 4 whole years. Now, everywhere now, was influence voters. Then it means that deep within you, no sense say, I'm sure I'll be with elections. And until the minimum say, damn all the moralities and the law surrounding it. Why a buffer to be winning and here at the end of the day, we use the power to let people forget about all the things that we commit.
But apart from say Sarah Malhassan was West were gone. The other places, other constituencies are a big bonte where to a baby photograph of it at the quabon. I say or the quack and I can and yet do the Pebiaka, but look at them. The security president almost yes I do ya. What more cry a day a rain ya dear show Muse woman to me a boy who by no.
I think a bit a binum quite pass you recruit through. Oh, I think I have threatened a binum say the NDC for me in your baby. And two other said they doubt allegiance to the party in government. To prove or no allegiance to the party in government, who chat what they call. We know an idea or the quack, but the who they say, I allegiance and security in terms of employment. But if this is where we've got into, then I think that our current government must leave office. If this is what we've got into, It is a huge embarrassment in the face of poverty, the face of democracy, the tenet of democracy, what the coat of arms of government, the state stands for. It is an embarrassment, it's a shame to all of us that if indeed this is what reasons because my visa. So then this our current government does not deserve to remain in government. They are gargantuan embarrassment because this kind of emotional blackmailing, will not wash for the majority of Ghanaians because you are not the one who has employed, all these people. But sadly, way feeding people in the queue, attempting to motivate them to do the unthinkable. So Saturday, that is here on my intercompany, knock it on the wall because the NDC, I'm very sure, will not sit and go and they will want to stop it there and there. And to say, they say stopping it there. They don't stop. And that is something that the police election security will have to be up to the time. Because there could be a MPP one said there are no more distributed and this is so it led to something like that. Tell me now some settle matter and stand on better elections. Until the general elections this year, may assure say the says here because there will definitely be attempts like that. But this says
penifona free binuma womomo and open how bisa say how did we get here say ye kwato aba na no ye hu sa de we bi da o na first no crowd na we yesie o
and we yesie mpo in a timer we're not in a digital or information world so easily. Today we have most of these smartphones. And still, people care less about the evidence because the law doesn't work. You see, but this is the height of despotism and embarrassment. Now, it will not only affect her, it will affect the mother party as well. Because people will sit down and ask themselves, people are so much enthused about why do you have to go and do that?
96.7
FM. Claiming in the media there's not been any contaminated rice that we are using to feed free students. We've not done any such thing. We've done all roads, important roads. We've asphalted 4,000 kilometers of road in this country. That is from even here to China. If we have done all this, it means we have created more jobs. Why do you have to do that? Why would you resort to that? So you see, when you lie about the economy, you'll be exposed. The fundamentals will be so weak that you'll be exposed. Kuffour a comedy nipper. Now, the other one is so dangerous. And then one more year, no gun on my moor. Was soon be sure 12 mocha. And so, more ended up asking for financial assistance from others. They end up asking for financial assistance. These are workers. They are part of the workforce. But they end up asking for assistance for sustainability of their family. That tells you the extent to which the economy, has sunk and reached a junk status. Let's see, I always say, November inflation has risen to 23%. What does that imply? Now, last week, and then
Thursday or Friday, which is a holiday.
No, last week's Monday, Kuffour with the Drew Fatima, half 68 or pharmacy income. 68 cities. That Monday and the Sunday, we fee a car buy. We call the same pharmacy shop 68 across 75. So about 2 days, Governor. This is the authority government.
96.7 FM.
And these are the things that will influence the direction of the man they vote. And yes, sir, they now we are what to say. You are crying more than they believe. You know, only a common. So then we catch it in the NCCE election that happened in UCC. Almost say Nipa and 9 or more team and 9. Me and say MPP for back me and NCCE. MPP for me and Sanon, they all had cars. I no more phone call for. I don't more call. Or more a beer motor. And so when the elections were done, I'm kind what the MPP for me and Sanon Boma. But no year NDC every year. I almost vote to put Anthony there. So the human being is a rational being. The human being is a rational being. Now, is it not amazing that my phone, I do it to come, do I call be at Cocotua, Mamma, who call one time.
But no, I never quite maybe say one more campaign. How do I almost a last day, almost wrap up against Saturday because of a holiday, and therefore there's not going to be any campaign anywhere. Into no UBBA now I and now. So I had 2 political parties, the NDC and then the MPP. Omunina edio message said yaba. Meaning, like I've asked you before, that in 2016, most people voted for the MPP based on project and the policies. I would know deba. Now especially with the free SHS, 1 district, 1 factory, 1 constituency, $1 million and all of that. The rest coming in and all the blah blah. But in the end, you know. Omo campaign now, omo Yahoo, everything is being focused on free SHS. And they always said the other way round, say, they don't talk down, they don't talk of the doomsaw, they don't talk of the economy, they are not talking about, they rather say it's digital. To the sense, Msenra, na kokoye, ye gate, or Sedebendebema, and Ukraine. But I was asking my friend, say, the person who built that terminal, you were calling him incompetent. And who walk ye gate, and you want the door to open for you. It won't.
So the growth of Bahama are punishing Dr. Bawumia, right? So
the question is, why is the campaign now focused on? Because Enra and is it today? Almost baby, you can't say agenda 1111 no, Baku say Hunter West, and we are not hearing anything about that one. But everything. Toma MPP to protect free SHS, or Toma in this and several times on different platforms they've told you say but still the campaign Obiatra MPP nibi obetra you can say radio so TV so now beside say the message ni say or say Toma MPP to protect free SHS
96.7 FM.
Well, I think it's by Sunday getting into Monday, we'll see whether that was a good strategy. I think 2016, you see, sometimes political timing is important. At that time, for after that being a way before, and Ghanaians decided to vote against it. Even though at the time, I could probably now solve this problem of doing so, but Ghanaians still decided against it. I think it was also about this fatigue of 8 years, which made people to take that particular decision. In the case of MPP, I think the conditions are even far worse than what the ending situation was at the time. I don't see how the MPP has really had a message that has resonated so well with the people, because economy now among me and economy now. I mean, how are they going to use the economy to do their campaigning? It will be very, very difficult. It will be suicidal to do so. And the free SHS, problems wrong, but they are covering those problems. They are just looking at sheer numbers. So see, I'm a worker. At St. Augustine, for example, I'm saying only first years and second years are in school. Third years are not in school. Didn't know the time to push it over there. Somewhere December. Paper school back a March something. So that's 4 months.
March 13th.
March 13th. Into 4 whole months. Up to 4 whole months. I think I've not really done well for the implementation of the PSHS. As far as the thing is good, parents are more worried about this topic, and it is making them incur so much cost than in actual fact if they were supposed to go level 100, 200, 300. I mean, independent some down. But Dr. Cheduchum, who I said, a traffic light by 5 years' time in the implementation of the PSHS, there wouldn't be any double track anyway. That was a big lie. You couldn't do that. And it's a failure, a monumental failure of the PSHS. You see, the PSHS is a very huge thing. If we had gotten it right, it would have really helped. But my top here in one is that the way I hear wholesale way, what that means is that cumulatively, in the final analysis, it may bring down the quality of education of all the secondary school levels of education, because we are not bothered as to how people get education. We are not bothered as to how they are fed. It's also open free, and they are free at the amount. Into no one say, Yama Diana for what we say. Sayama Mano Diana for what we say. Because yesterday is free. And therefore, if we have rice infested where that is what we have available. After all, free. Because you don't have that equal stake in the education of your child. So what you say, most of the adverts that NCCE has done in this particular election, is 90 or 95% driven by PSHS. I don't think it is a message worth considering at this point in time.
And why do you think it's all about the campaign is all about based only on free SHS and nothing else? They are not talking of the one district, one factory. They are not talking of the
one district, one factory. One district, one factory. It means it should be matched by the number of employment that we created.
They are not talking of planting for food and jobs.
Planting for food and jobs. Any one village, one dam.
One dam.
Who can have two policies here? So reflecting in the food inflation, because we should have had lowest food inflation in the inflation, calculation, the basket of calculation. It should have been the lowest. We should have had low inflation, food inflation, but that is not it. We have the highest. We have the highest food inflation. I posted on my status, autogenic, go to the market and buy onion. My goodness. A chain say, will have surgery, the cost of it. Onions they have become so expensive. And here namu pomai. One of the other commodities so expensive is fish. Fish is so expensive. How did we get here? So, one of the other universities in this country, I go there and I ask my students, hey, and the thing is so expensive. How do you guys cope?
Big 96.7
And almost
FM.
So you see, if you have a daughter at such a place, she can easily degenerate into something else because man must survive, and you cannot also take up the expenditure partner or no a bit and the peki. That is the difficulty. So, if you look at the data that is available.
All right. So the final one.
Parameter, 83 or 82% of Ghanaians think we are going in the wrong path.
Wrong direction, yeah.
I'm sure that it will reflect in the national elections.
Okay, so the final one here, sir, Bawumia was in the Ashanti region for 15 days.
Yes.
And then later, the president also went there, and then he also spent 5 days, so making 20 days in all. Mahama went there 6 days later. We heard say Bawumia and come back. Another 3 days. Mahama was spending just 6 days there.
96.7 FM.
Now, vote.
There shouldn't be any campaign.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any campaign. But I'm saying, what Mahama said, say, or for the Busafonia, Demra, Jumani, those kind of things. So they decide, and the time schedule, programs are who do I know holding things, and no number so.
Yeah.
But the issue is say, Abramuyi Napono, they say they should be able to get 85% in the Ashanti region. 85.
Yeah.
As well as the NDC was also targeting 35, just almost 35% per Ashanti region. Now the question is, many Musa Dankwa, CEO of the Global Info Analytics, said in Komo. Now he's saying, say, for presidential, NDC is winning Volta region, Central region, the Western region, the Bono East, Uti region, Western North, Upper East, Upper West, Savannah region, Greater Accra region, and then the Northern region. The MPP is also winning Bono region, Northeast, Eastern region, Ashanti region, and then the Half region. And one thing he said, because Odwa projected per survey, we projected 35% at the Ama the NDC. Say over 100, that's the NDC near 35. Said that means the target for the MPP will not be possible. And now, on radio, former majority leader, Sh0cks Mensabo, so they are to just say, if NDC is able to get 30% in the Ashanti region, they've won the election. What is your take on this analysis?
In the first place, 85%, they won't get. You know why? Because in the internal elections on the flag bearer of the
NCCE
went to be 70%. On your somewhere 58 or so. Is it 58 or 60 something?
Yeah.
51 or so. Between 61 and 50. Now, if that is, I think so. When you're 65, on your speed, because Kenya 38, and I'm able.
So I'm checking it. So
check 58 plus 38, 16, 17. Okay, that will be. So I think it should be below 68%. Now, I'm projecting 80%. Ben Epson projected 78 or 75, 78. Then America said, "We share Prime Minister Omoya, special delegate, when the first one Omoya and some more finish about 5 now." Now,
Bawumia 61.43.
61. So, into say Bawumia 61. And before I know in the way no we respond to you like now. It has you say the candidate is not popular within the party itself. I quite to say the elite within the party and our governors around him. No matter number. 2. We should acquire a more possible Bawumia and acquire a Alan FP Kuonuma. ebeha MP ebeha because disgruntled members within the party will have a reason to vote for.
Dog, what they are can see no my tree adwin in CBB Sukakra. Nana Dankwa Kuffour won the primaries in 2014. 94.35%. We win the primaries no. So in 2016 now buy no. 2016 Nana Dankwa Kuffour buy no. Onya 76.3 in the Ashanti region alone.
And you know, if the main support base of the party, you know, you are not overwhelmingly popular there, and I don't gather data information here in Ashanti region about 13 constituencies, which is on my phone. I will share it come Saturday. I'll share that information on TV.
All right.
Come this Saturday. Ashanti region, I think that explains why Dr. Bawumia could have 15 days to hold. He had to solve a lot of problems. He had to solve a lot of problems. But when time will tell, come 7th of December. But if in the internal struggle, the leader who emerges not never popular, it will definitely reflect at the national level. Into 85 normal can and there is no amount of money that they will distribute that will get them that being 80%. It's current in the impending elections that they're about to come opportunity. And I think
so you say is
dynamics now. What's your current dynamics now? So different from the 2016 and 2020 elections. In the current dynamics, there was in the previous one there was nothing like a big person from the NPP defecting and becoming an independent candidate. BBC in 2016-2020, but in 2024, BBC is. There was nothing like a certain man called Cheddar, who is making so much weight among the youth. There was nothing like that. And when the two of them have free air battle, it will affect more of the MPP vote than the NDC. NDC will equally lose some of the votes. They are youthful, they could easily have swayed to Dr. Mr. Mahama. But if there is a case that OSHA info analytics data they have in terms of floating voters, percentage of Mr. Mahama is far higher than that of Mr. Bawumia. That is the fact on the ground. And practically, imagine 6 of these first-time voters. I interview them on TV3. And if I hear why number 2 Abamano? I'm not sure anything. Out of the 6, me attack as on the Mahama. Me no see on the trauma cheddar. There was no other. There were no other minority parties. That is the Gen Zs of the day. With all this, voter apathy is very huge. And I hear about 15 days for it.
No, but so why say you post a hodo and tunche you say Musa Dankwa post and tunche. The others say Professor Smasapon, the others even Fit Solution 3 days today was saying that they declared the NDC as the winners of the upcoming election. Now, with Nyamebobo, he said we have 16 regions, and 5 regions is being won by Dr. Mamadou Bawumia, and then the rest of the 11 is going for the NDC. So why are they also? This is presidential, and they are saying that NPP will get majority in parliament.
So that is the inherent.
Because the issue is say manko school kwa na me fan say me try classroom da me nim politics ne bibia kwa na. If it is true say we are voting out even the main president na no what so no, because Juma it will reflect with the MP.
Yes.
And it's a 1 year no okwa. Why should the person vote for the MP?
Why should a person vote for?
No, you are voting out the president, and then you want
Yes.
to vote for the MP. That they said they're going to have majority.
Uh-huh.
Who said majority?
And also, who said this is an armchair research. If Global Info Analytics, an institution, can do poll, other fiscal or telephone, the highest has been somewhere 7,000 something. An individual called Professor Smart Sapon, with a few of the Kuffour, can do almost 100,000. That's a miracle. That is palpable falsehood. Two, there, a mommy who said there were any scientifically driven and said, you cannot tell me that about me 49.1. Mr. Mahan Ebenya 45 points. And yet, if said that among for the Omnium to bet one time. But in terms of parliamentary, MPP almost 128 intact. Then another way is 40 or so. So how come 128 plus 40 unreflected in the presidential election? But it is rather having like a big gap. So you want to tell us that there will be more skirt and blouse in this election.
And I'm surprised, people also call it, they are like, the MPP MPs, campaign, say, you can even vote for me, the MP, and then vote for Mahama.
Yeah, because someone said no. Because the way our papa ni saw no, someone from one gymnast or opposing, you will have people who so they want to save their seat. Because to be relevant in the party, when it finds itself in opposition, for example, if you are an MP, you become relevant. And you can build your political profile from there to the time that the party will come back to government. So, if you know, you have to say, like, for example, Jomoro, I'm just giving one example.
Yeah, Jomoro.
Yes.
Afo Tofi Dokas.
And Asian, who said no. I want to know there. Oh, what dear, a bayanka. Oh, dear, more to Mahama, no problem, but a Koyana dear, Mufamami. That's it. Okwam some part of the northern region. Our hope debris. So those are the reality. Those are the reality.
Because I don't know. Somebody also called and they said Oko Boy is also doing the same thing. Vote for me and then vote for and I'm like
the consent within their this is intuitive knowledge. What you sense the reception that you are getting from the people, which we sense no. At the end of general one, I say into the Mamisha Mr. Committee. In Kayat and a Lydia
Al Hassan.
With all the cameras about, you still in that bravado did what you did, only to deny. Video about one thing, you denied until say video not show say no. One away BBC. That is the heart of this criticism. Now they want to save their feet because I'm sure you are defeated by embarrassing.
Do you see say Ghanaians will punish these people?
Oh, if you look at what the data says, I don't think that they will not. They will. Because maybe I'm not even citing Global Info Analytics, Fixed Solutions, or Economic Intelligence Unit, or even the CDD. The CDD is Afrobarometer. If that is anything to go by.
That 85% are saying the country is heading into the wrong direction. That concludes
and
the
same people acknowledge corruption way no. First one police. Second Jubilee House. Ghana Revenue Authority. Fourth I'm saying,
96.7
department and a fit judiciary. These are all elite institutions, apart from the police. They are all elite institutions. So it means that the majority of Ghanaians have a certain perception about important state institutions and how they have impacted wrongly and negatively on the way a man are here. Because it is very huge that 9 out of 10 Ghanaians say we are in the wrong direction. Do you think that it will not reflect in the way they go and vote? It will reflect.
All right.
And universal truth, as Aristotle tells us,